DoorDash restaurants. What do I do if a Dasher never picked up my order? DoorDash delivers the best drivers. Anyway, let's talk about this. Okay, first of all, sometimes an order is not picked up. Let's go through the reasons. DoorDasher got in a car accident. The car broke down. Um, uh, DoorDasher stole the food, maybe. Well, that's very rare. Um, the uh, uh, the computer screwed up. The server screwed up. There's too many orders. There's not enough DoorDashers in the area. And that's when the computer overloads and starts sending messages to neighboring areas for Dashers to come pick up that food. And they might be 30 miles away or more. And they don't feel like doing that. Because the pay is not enough. Because a DoorDasher gets paid $3 an order. That's the beginning mark. $3 to pick up an order from you and deliver it. DoorDasher doesn't like your restaurant because it's dangerous for them to go in. They don't like it because there's no parking. They don't like your manager. They don't like somebody that works there that treats them like dirt or asks them for a tip when they're only a delivery driver and it's not their food. It could be a number of reasons. But don't worry, because whether you are a signature restaurant where you pay 30% for every meal that you serve through DoorDash, or you've been elected to be on the app and you don't pay anything, don't worry, because those that are elected get called by the little Oriental lady that orders the food and gives a name, and sometimes they pay for it over the phone to the restaurant, or the Dasher uses a red card and pays for the order. So don't worry, because you'll always get paid. And how do you get paid? Well, you keep the receipt for that order. And the next time the DoorDash lady calls you, you tell her, look, I've got this many orders that were never picked up. And you can verify it on your system. And I need to get paid for this before we do another order. And they will be happy to pay you. Otherwise, you can call DoorDash or send a support ticket into them over the website and tell them you're a merchant and say, look, I've done DoorDash orders for you. I'm not signed up to be with you, but I've got these orders that were not paid for. And they will gladly pay for them. They will pay for every order, whether Dasher picks it up or not. So don't be afraid to cook the food and have it ready on time, because that's what you're supposed to do. You don't wait till the Dasher gets there to cook it. And like there was a restaurant that's no longer in business in Fort Walton. It was called The Goat. And it was a big cocktail lounge with entertainment, big long bar, and they had a kitchen. And they had really, really, really good food. But they had like one person that was chef there, one manager, and one bartender. And they had a lot of problems putting the food out. And I don't care if there was nobody in the restaurant or 10 people in the bar or whatever, they still had trouble putting the food out. And you'd be called down there. And, you know, the lady on the phone says, when will the food be ready, or how long does it take you to cook it? If you tell them it takes me 7 or 8 minutes to cook it, is it going to be ready for the Dasher? Are you going to cook it right this minute? If you're not, please tell that lady on the phone the right amount of time it's going to take for that order to be ready for a Dasher to pick it up. So they can send a Dasher, because they keep sending Dasher after Dasher. Dashers don't get paid mileage or by the hour or by the minute. They get paid $3 for an order. So when they send a Dasher down there, the food better be ready. Okay? And if they cancel the order, they don't get paid anything. So it's really important to have the food ready on time and be nice to the Dashers. You know, the food was 95% of the food's already paid for and been ordered way before your customers. And you really need to get it together. This particular restaurant, they were so nice. The manager was wonderful. I nominated the restaurant on the app. I nominated them to get them on there for free, and because they had really quality food, and I really liked the manager, and he was willing to work with us and learn how to do the DoorDash thing because they really needed the business, or they were going to end up shutting down, which they ended up shutting down. Um, it got to the point where nobody wanted to go down and pick up food, and their whole business just went under. And that was like a year ago. It was unfortunate because they had pretty good staff. Some of the bartenders were a little mean, so it was really tough. You had to take a big breath before you walked in the door to go ask for your order because you didn't know if you got the mean bartender or the nice one. And I mean, there was nobody in the whole building. It was just empty, especially during the day. But he told me, he said, I get a lot of orders that they just don't ever pick up, especially late at night around 10. I'm like, really? And I mean, their food wasn't cheap. And they gave you a lot for your money. They made an outrageous hamburger if you were into hamburgers. Really good food. They had really good chicken deals. But the place didn't survive. But anyway, he said, I get, sometimes 1 or 3 orders a night that nobody comes to pick up. And I said, so what do you do? And he said, well, we walk down to the corner. One of my staff will walk down the corner and give it to one of the homeless people. So at least we're doing something good. And I said, well, it doesn't cost your restaurant. DoorDash pays you for that. So, you don't have to pay for it. Just let them know that those orders, save the tickets on them, tell the date, time, whatever. They can check on the computer and they will issue you a payment. So, that's what you do. But there can be so many reasons why the order did not get picked up. But don't worry, DoorDash will always pay you. That's why it's a really good thing to have that food ready. Have it ready. If you don't, DoorDash after DoorDash is going to get tired of you, and every time they see your order come up on the app, they're just not going to go pick it up. They don't want it. And it'll bounce around from driver to driver to driver that's just tired of your place because the food's not ready. But don't worry, DoorDash will still pay you for those orders if nobody picks them up. So, that's how it's done. All right. I hope that the money tree crashes on your stage. Hope you guys make a lot of tips. And I hope you have a really great day. Talk to you later.